Guys, welcome to Nicole's Productions, and in this video basically what I'll be doing is I shall be doing a quick review and a hands-on on the Android 4.0.4 firmware update on the Galaxy Note GT N7000, which is the international model of the Galaxy Note. So let's get started. Firstly, I'll show you the firmware which I'm running. About phone, and there you can see it's running Android 4.0.4. This is Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0, but the firmware version is updated from 4.0.3 to 4.0.4. and here's my stock kernel. I just finished flashing it and installing some benchmarking tools to show you how the performance is. Other than that, this is how it is when you actually flash it. There's nothing much on it yet, so let's get started. As far as the interface goes, everything on the 4.0.4 is similar to what it is on 4.0.3. Although there have been some performance upgrades, I think you'll notice that the touch responsiveness is much more better than what was on the previous firmware. The transitions are also much quicker. I'll just show you a transition. Say if I tilt it, this happens much quicker than it would, and also the touch response while scrolling is much more better than what it was. As far as the battery life goes, I've tested it for about a couple of days now, and there seems to be a slight improvement. Nothing really major, but a slight improvement maybe. I still can't finalize the verdict on the battery life because I haven't used it for an extensive period of time, but I think there is an improvement, although it is small, but not really big. Other than the interface, you still get your S Note and your S Note features. You can use your stylus, and the touch of the stylus also seems to be a bit more responsive now. So I'll just show you. I'll hold down this button here. So I'll just show you by drawing something. As you can see, it writes much faster than what it would. There's no lag or anything. So let me just clear that. So as you can see, it works pretty nice now. There's no more that lag for the image to appear after you finish writing it. So it's pretty nice. There have been some performance upgrades, that's for sure, but how big they are, that's the question. I don't think there is huge performance upgrade, but a slight one there is. Other than that, the interface is much similar to what it was previously. To show you some of the benchmarks, I'll run 3 benchmarks: quadrant standards, LinPack, and Nanomark. So this one will show you a bit of processor and I/O and GPU. This one will show you only the CPU, and this one will show you for the GPU. So let's run Nanomark first. I'll run the test, and I'll probably fast forward this part and come back when the result is done. Okay, we have our results, and it has scored about 42.7 frames per second on the 4.0.4. So this is pretty similar to what it was on the 4.0.3. I think I scored about in the 44 or 45 range on the 4.0.3 firmware, but this is what it is on the 4.0.4 firmware. Nothing really major change or anything. So let's run LinPack. I'll run multi-thread, and it got score 70, but this is an inconsistent result, so I'll run it again. I got 90 here, so the large fluctuation. Okay, I have got 88, and in my previous test I usually get a score between 80, high 80s to 90s. So yeah, and this is stock, this is not an overclock or anything, so it's getting about 88 megaflops like it's getting around the same range, the higher 80s or the low 90s, and it's just got 60 megaflops. So you can see it's fluctuating a bit, but usually it stays in the higher 80s range. I hope this gave you an idea. I'll just run a few single threads now. So it got 50 in the single threads, 52, 53. So as of the nano mark, I think it remains very static, while as on the Lin pack, I think the performance is seeing an upgrade. I usually would get in the 70s on the 4.0.3 firmware, but I'm getting higher 80s in the 4.0.4. Let's run Quadrant to finish it off. So I'll fast forward this and come back when the results are done. Okay, looks like we are done with the results, and let's check out what our results are. And if you can see, I'm getting your device score about 3652. These results are very similar, very similar to what we saw on the 4.0.3. Not a big change again. So whether it's worthwhile upgrading to 4.0.4 from 4.0.3, I'm not too sure. But if your system does not have the bug, then it would probably be worthwhile upgrading. But if you're already on a 4.0.3 with a safe kernel, I would say to stick with the 4.0.3 firmware and the safe kernel, while wait until you hear some official news on whether the bug is fixed on the 4.0.4, and then upgrade it. So this was basically covering everything. I'll just show you what else. The camera interface. So camera interface has remained standard again. The settings are down here, and same settings you have. Let's see how fast it takes a picture. So let me get, say, a BlackBerry here, and let's take a pic. Okay, the camera is pretty much similar, and the picture taking is also very similar. Pinch to zoom works fine again, and the camera is pretty fast, like similar to what it was on the 4.0.3. Nothing major changed much. So yeah, I'll just show you a browser also to show you the performance of the browser. Let's say I want to go to GSM Arena. Oh, another thing to note, you once again get your standard Samsung keyboard built in. So yeah, there is no other keyboard included with it. I think swipe might be included, but the keyboards are also very similar to what it was on 4.0.3. I'll just load up the full desktop version. And this is running over Wi-Fi right now. It's taking some time to load up, and the pinch to zoom is still very smooth, no lag or anything. So the browser works fine, as it was on 4.0.3 also. So all in all, it's very similar to what was on 4.0.3. Not really much of a need to upgrade, I would say. But if the update is out for your region, I would say go ahead and do it. But you might want to be careful, because if your device might be having the super brick bug, the eMMC super brick bug, then you might want to be a bit careful while upgrading. Lastly, I want to finish it off with covering a problem that I faced on this firmware. One thing that I tried is okay, this is the notifications tray, which is also similar. Let's just clear all the notifications. It works similarly. You can swipe them off the screen. One thing that I noticed, which was a problem on this firmware, is the Bluetooth. So whenever I try turning on the Bluetooth, it will wait for some time and then disable. I think it's working now. It works sometimes, it doesn't work sometimes. I don't know why. Last time I tried it, it wouldn't work, and this time it seems to be working. I don't know why it worked this time, but yesterday I tried full day, it never worked. Today it seems to be working. So the Bluetooth is an issue on this firmware, which is confirmed from several users as well as myself. So if your Bluetooth doesn't work on this firmware, there's nothing to be worried. It is a problem for almost everyone, including me. Other than that, there's nothing much to it. I hope this covered and gave you an overview of how the update was on the Galaxy Note. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. This is ending call. Peace out.